Welcome viewers to this edition of Focus on Africans. We're still in Amsterdam, and today we're talking to a Ghanaian. He's a pharmacist. Sorry. His name is Dr. Justice Laryea. Dr. Laryea, welcome to the program, Focus on Africans.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
Myself?
Yes. Who is Dr. Laryea?
I'm Dr. Laryea.
Yeah.
Dr. Justice Laryea. Yeah, I'm a Ghanaian. I came to Holland about 16 years ago.
Oh, okay. We're going to get to that. But where are you from in Ghana?
I'm from Accra.
Ghana?
Kanyobi, yes. My mother is from Tesi, my father is from Osu.
Okay.
So I'm a pure 100% Ghana.
So, where did you grow up?
Well, everywhere in Ghana. Actually, I lived with my uncle, and who was working in Ghana Water and Sewerage. And he used to go on transfer, so I traveled all over with him.
So you were going all over everywhere. Can you remember where you were?
Yeah, we went to Bolga. I stayed from Bolga for some time. I stayed in Koforidua. I stayed in Takoradi. We stayed also in Cape Coast, and then Tishinwai stays.
Really?
Yes.
So from those experiences, what do you remember?
It was a nice experience. No, I personally come from nowhere. But through this movement, I really saw Ghana, and I saw other part of life. So it doesn't have a non part of my life.
So a young guy from Accra went to Bolgatanga.
Yeah.
What is it? How do you feel it?
Well, actually we're living. I was quite young anyway. Okay. And we're living in a kind of a bungalow, the outskirts of the town. So meant for executive. So
did you mix with the indigenous?
Not really. Not really.
Sort of colonial.
Yeah, that kind of thing. We're living in a kind of ridge, higher ridge, or I don't know.
Okay.
And we don't have much contact with people. But we used to go down. We used to go down.
Yeah, but more exclusive.
More exclusive, yes.
What do you remember from those traveling?
Well, young boy from Accra. I think I was about 9, 10 years. I don't remember that much, but what I do remember is in Koforidua. That's why I do remember a lot, because I was in secondary school,
Oh, then
life begins, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you remember from Koforidua?
Yeah, it was the kind of experience that I met different people from different parts of the world in the secondary school. We're living also in the same kind of estate place, and so people from all walks of life mixed there also, from foreigners and that kind of thing. So
given this roaming around, what was your education like?
Because it's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you I studied so many things, because each time things keep on changing. Yeah. My uncle is quite an intelligent person, he's very smart. And I wanted to be like him.
Okay.
I started studying auto mechanics somewhere along the line, and I stopped.
Yeah.
And I went to secondary school, and mixing. I did a technical study. Okay. But I know meeting other people, discussing, talking. Then I changed to secondary school.
So the formal education was not really straightforward.
No. I cut it off.
Really?
And then start all over again, because it's like a childhood joke. When I was for instance, when I was studying auto mechanic, I was quite enthusiastic about cars and those things. Okay. So I wanted to be a mechanic, really. But along the line, I realized some things. My English was not better in comparison with those people who were going to secondary school. Okay. So they just keep on teasing me, you studying, you are a technical man, you got away from the line, and then
Unti bravo.
Okay. So those kind of things had enough impact on me. And I said, hey, look.
But were you going to a regular school, or you were learning by the roadside?
I just went to a regular school.
Not by the roadside?
No, not the roadside, no. Okay. I went to a technical school in Koforidua, normal technical, and I shifted to Accra, Royal Technical College.
Automobile?
Automobile, yes.
You didn't complete it, did you?
I completed it.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. Now, we'll get to that later. So from Koforidua back to Accra?
Back to Accra.
And what did you do there?
Back to Accra, then that's what I said. We were living in Teshinumwa Estate. It's quite near to Accra, and it's the same kind of estate style. These guys started teasing me. Oh, you are a technical man. When we are sitting in offices, oil will be flowing around your mouth. That kind of thing really had impact on me, you know. And I said, look.
How did you feel about it?
It wasn't nice. It was not a nice experience.
They really were picking on you.
They were picking on me because, you know, it was a quite nice. That was, I mean, one of, I can say, if I reflect, that was the nicest part of my being, because that's where my eyes started opening, and it was also a challenge to me to let them see that I could be like they are. I can speak better English than they do speak. You know, most of them were born in outside the country at the time. So it was, you know, I think it was, I've forgotten the government, but most people flooded from Europe to Ghana, and they bought that estate. So people, a lot of them were born outside, like Glasgow.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, because if you had grown up among the normal Ghanaians, it would not have been a problem for you.
No.
But because you are in this exclusive neighborhood,
that's right,
where people speak big English and
yes, we call it exposure. I was exposed to different kind of life.
Okay, but very high level life, not the
very high level life. And I'm, you know, it's a kind of motivation. I'm coming from slums.
The slums of
my mother is living in Teshi. That's where I was born.
But are you coming to this group who are born in England or USA?
That kind of thing,
So did you feel inferior to them?
No.
You were challenging them.
I was challenging them. I wasn't feeling at all.
And did they like it?
No, the thing is, they didn't know who I was, where I was coming from.
They didn't know your background?
No. I was living with my uncle, and we all live in an estate, so we all live there.
How did they come to know that you were doing mechanical engineering?
Oh, but you know, we are boys and girls who used to go to disco. That time we have a kind of stereo sport discotheque. It's a very known disco in Teshinwa.
You were poking it up there.
Ah, stop. I was a dancer before. I was a dancer before.
Really?
Yeah.
Professionally?
Yeah, no, not really professionally. We come to that.
Okay. And
that's what I say. Our life was. I like that life. I'm not sorry about my life. I really like it.
So from the teasing, you went back to school.
The teasing, I told my uncle, look, I'm going to finish the school next year. And these guys, I don't like the way they speak the English, and I cannot speak that English. So I want to go to secondary school. He said, you are crazy. I said, yes, I will. So after I graduated, immediately I graduated, I went to seek admission in secondary school, Kanye Secondary School in Accra. And I was admitted. Okay. But not to the first year, to the third year.
Really?
Yeah, because I have got basic education. I said, I'm not going to the first year. I'm going to another year.
Why you're always so demanding or so insistent?
Not insisting.
You know what you wanted.
I know what I wanted. I don't want them to come and let me go all over again, you know. But I have a basic education, so they tested me. All right. And they said, okay, if you want to go to the third year, then we have to test you. I said, okay, test me. So they posed me on the test and I passed it. So what happened? So they joined to the third year, and then to my surprise, when I went to the secondary school, I became first in the class. In examination, I was the first in the class. So I asked the people in the classroom. No, the people were asking, where are you coming from? Who are you? Because there's another strong guy there.
Did you ask yourself, am I so clever, or the other stupid?
I don't know. Me, I was just. You took it's an examination. I was doing an examination, and I became, I think, first or second. So I asked myself, but who? Yes, I was second. So I asked myself, who is the first guy in the classroom? And then this guy came up, and the guy tended to be a break. The whole of West Africa. Yes,
he was brilliant.
He was very brilliant.
Okay.
So it became challenge among three of us.
For the top position?
Yes, the top first three.
So that was also motivating you to do?
I found myself I could do what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So it just motivated and I started going on, and I went on.
So after the secondary school?
After the secondary school, my uncle moved to Takrady again.
Did you
and I chased him.
You went with him?
I went with him again.
You seem to be glued to your uncle.
Yeah. You know, yes. I seem to be glued to my uncle. One reason is, I think I read a book some time ago about some book that said, I don't know which book was, but it was a lineage that said, if you want to be successful, you follow successful people. And my uncle, knowing his background, where he came from, and what he could reach, he was the only person I could ask questions.
So he was already a mentor figure.
Something like that, yeah.
We'll talk about mentoring later.
No problem.
So from Takrady, what happened there apart from going to the sea?
From Takrady,
Yeah.
I lived with him quite a long time, I think about 5 years. I went to sixth form there.
Yeah.
I passed secondary school, I went to sixth form there in Fijai, in Takrady, secondary. And then after that, I went to UST, Kumasi.
Okay, Kumasi, okay.
And then that's when I was separated from my uncle.
Oh, finally.
Finally. So I was in the UST.
Yeah.
And I chose Katanga Hall.
Katanga Hall.
Yeah.
So from Takrady you moved to Kumasi. Was that your first time in Kumasi?
I think yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you find Kumasi in those days?
No, it's the same thing, campus kind of life. So I was in the campus.
You didn't mingle?
I didn't really mingle there.
Okay. You were saying something about Katanga.
Yeah.
Hall. Can you tell us something about what you remember from those days?
Katanga?
From the, yeah?
Oh my God. That's the best hall you can be in UST.